Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. Coming on down here to see Bread Pit so we can grab the bread and sell it at the supermarket. And then we'll be grabbing our clothing and selling that at the supermarket as well. The clothing is going for about just under 10,500, it's like 10,470-ish. I should have a good amount of bread here. I did sell bread yesterday, but I got a lot of pallets to pick up. It's been rather busy. I want to make bread for one more month, if you will. We'll turn off Bread Pit in May because then the price really starts to dip. How much more flour do we still have in here? Still about just under 70,000 liters of flour left in Bread Pit. So we'll have some left over. We'll turn it back on probably August, September, somewhere around there. And then we can start selling it when the price is going back on up. We got about 20 pallets of clothing to sell. So that's about 200,000, right? Yeah, about 200,000 in cash we'll be getting today. But we're not going to buy anything today. There's nothing on sale, and there's nothing I need for what we're doing today. This is why we got the McCormick. Better get out of the way. I don't know if I'm in the way of the spawn. We're going to go up to the cow barn. I heard that, and we're going to put on the mowers. And our grass field is ready to be mowed. So am I in the way here? I'm not too sure if I'm in the way. Well, I don't know why only one spawned. But yeah, we're going to cut the grass today and also ted it. And then just leave it for a day before we go and windrow it and bale it on up. I am going to get a auto-loading baling trailer for the bales just because, yeah, time-wise, we're going to have a lot of bales there. I decided to make hay just because I think the next time I cut it this year, I'm probably going to make silage out of it. We'll hopefully have our new silo bunker down by then. We shall see. Do I have any more? I have one coming, but I can sell it tomorrow. Not that big of a deal. Let's go sell this bread and watch the money come in. So I did sell bread, tomatoes, and eggs yesterday, and I brought in about 20 grand from that. So not too bad. I did spend another 6 grand, almost 6 grand in fertilizer, because I got all the fields are double fertilized, and I double checked on that because I screwed up. Somewhere, somehow, I thought I fertilized the fields once, and then I planted, and then I thought, well, I just got fertilized on one more time, we're done. But I was wrong. That was the first time I fertilized a couple of them. All right, let's go down here to the supermarket. We'll be back with some clothing for you people if you're interested. But first, let's bring in some cash. So yeah, our bank account's going to look mighty good today. I want to pay off a little bit of loan as well this year, possibly. We owe $100,000 still. But the loan interest per month is only $333 a month. So it's easily affordable. And I need the cash for many other things. The one thing I'm really looking at is buying the Mac Anthem truck and, of course, a tanker. Probably the auto-loading trailer for the Anthem truck as well. And there was something else I was looking at, and I forgot what it was already. But those are the things I'm kind of looking to get into. And since I don't need them now, I'm just going to wait because you never know if they're going to pop up in the store for sale. So we just never know. Let's come over here, and I'm not going to try to grab all 20. But we'll grab what we grab. We're not too far from the supermarket, so let's go ahead and toss these on here. And, yep, that'll be good enough for now. I don't want to overload the trailer. The trailer has a hard time once we get too many clothing on there. If I go 3 tiers, it may have a hard time. So this should be 120,000 and change, so maybe 124,000. See what we get for it. Other than that, our fields are all set. We don't have to touch them until the wheat will be the first thing we have to harvest. Oh, speaking of wheat, I got to feed the chickens today. I can't remember how many sheep we had at the end of last episode, but I did check this before I started recording. We're up to 72 sheep, so they're making a good amount of wool now. I like how fast the clothing sells. 124. Yeah, so about 125, maybe 126,000 we got right there. We got one more trip to make. I like how fast the clothing just sells right out the trailer. The tomatoes take forever. Forever. So I did activate the clothing shop yesterday. If you remember, we brought over some wool from the sheep. And, well, we brought the wool over to Tight Knit, which made fabric, which distributed it to So What. And we got an extra pallet of clothing from that. But everything's turned off that needs to be turned off. And everything that's turned on needs to be turned on. 300,000. That's looking good. The Mack Anthem truck, full price, we're looking at about 110,000. And if we start throwing in some other things like the tankers and stuff, that's gonna be like 180,000. Actually, maybe a little bit more than about 180,000 for all that. I don't really have a place to park it, but we'll go ahead and get it. Strap that in. The auto-loading baling trailer is going to cost, I think, 18 grand. We'll probably be getting that next episode because, like I said, we're mowing the grass today and we're going to ted it. It'll be turned to hay. Then all we got to do next episode is windrow it. We'll bale it on up and get the auto-loading trailer, and maybe put down a shed for bales over by the cow barn. I think we may try to pretty up the cow barn a little bit. I mean, the cows are roaming around there. They need some shade. We need to put down a tree for them, or maybe a couple trees. Get rid of the bushes and all that kind of weeds in there. We are up to, I think, 12,000 liters of milk too. So pretty soon we'll be taking the milk and bring that on over to the dairy godmother, and we'll start producing. I think it was cheese I said I want to produce, because cheese. I don't understand that production building. Yeah, it's definitely cheese. I remember now. Cheese sells for like twice as much as butter does, and it's the same recipe for everything. So why not just make cheese? The only reason why I make butter is to bring it on down here to Bread Pit eventually when we start making some cakes. And we are just about almost there on cakes. Really, the only thing, the next production line I guess I should be going for is making sugar. And that can get rather expensive. But if I go the route of if I put down the sugar production plant, and then I treat all the cotton fields like with sugar beet, and just lease the equipment for a year, I can get a lot of sugar beet and produce a lot of sugar. And just do a one-time thing. I don't know why I'm coming up through the residential area, but why not? Well, we saw it last fall with all the leaves changed, but now we'll get to see it with nice greenery around here. At some point I'll come back here and we'll start putting in try to put in sidewalks and all that kind of stuff. Put more residential houses on the other side of the road. Alright, actually I need to go over to the shed. That's where the mowers are. Everything for cutting grass should be over here, I do believe. I transported it all over last season when I was done cutting the grass over there. Yeah, I got to find a place to put a new silage pit. But that'll be next time we cut the grass. I'm not ready to put down a silage pit yet because I really haven't looked at where to put it, and need to think about it just a little bit. Let's go ahead and we'll just leave this trailer here. Let's go ahead and grab the front mower. This is the only tractor we got that can handle this equipment. Back out slowly. And I don't have no problem tending the grass and leaving it overnight because it doesn't decay, so we're all set there. I was kind of hoping that would be part of the season things where it decays, but I'll be able to add it on later at some point. There we go. We are out. I probably need to put down a repair station here. Wouldn't be a bad thing because we're going to have a lot of equipment here, and I don't want to have to bring all the equipment over to the main farm just to repair it. Let's go ahead and put that down here and then unfold that. Turn that on. And there we go. No. I don't want to put this in a swath. What am I doing? That's a no-no. Control Y. Isn't it Control Y to change? Oh, because I hit Control U. That's why. We want that up. We want them both up. There we go. The tedder will still ted that swath and turn it into hay anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, it's not that I'm short on hay at all. We got plenty of bales over there. But it's either make hay or make silage. And since we're getting more and more sheep, I just want to make sure, first and foremost, that we got plenty of bales, which we should have. But like I said, I'm just not ready to make silage yet. I don't know where I want to put that bunker just yet. I was actually shocked that this grass was ready. It's only April. But then again, I did not cut it last year. I think the last time I cut the grass in this field was maybe September. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So maybe the grass kept some of its height over the winter months. I'm not too sure. I'm actually thinking though, maybe because we do got a good amount of cash, maybe I will slowly pay off some of that loan. So every once in a while we'll just take like 5-10 grand and pay off some of that loan. So I think today we're going to take about 10 grand and pay off some of it, just to get that, you know. So when I look into the bank account, which is not very often, I see that 6-digit number down there. So by paying off 10,000, get it down to 90,000, it'll just look better. We'll nibble away at it. And don't forget, in about a couple months, we got a lot of furniture to sell. And who knows, maybe I'll pay off the loan completely. That way it's just over and done with. Not that it's hindering us at all. I will have to look into, maybe next year we'll do the sugar beet. And that way we can start making some cakes. Well, I'll have to also look into, like I said, the sugar plant, see how much that costs. This is cutting up nicely, as you would expect. Although sometimes it feels like even the McCormick is a little bit underpowered. But I could always upgrade the engine in this McCormick, and I may do that sometime soon. Because every once in a while it does kind of bog down a little bit. But overall it does rather well. Right there, it slows down to about 10 miles an hour. And then when we get on some flat land, it gets back up to 11 and 12. So yeah, it does bog down a little bit going up a hill. A slight incline with this equipment, but gets the job done.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep, in your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be. Where did it begin? Where did it end? Hanging on loose strings, unable to bend. I never listened, trying to prove it, just like the movie.
I do like in Farming Simulator 22 how the tedders really toss up the material out the back now. I think almost twice as high as it did before. This makes it look more realistic. It's done nicely, I think. I've seen farmers around here when they're out there making hay and they're tedding the grass. It kind of looks like that. But overall here, we should have plenty of bales of hay now to last us for quite a while. Even for, I think by the end of the year, we might actually have our 100 sheep. So hopefully the sheep can start really producing wool. Of course, our mature sheep now, I think it's when they reach 2 years of age, they really start producing wool at a much quicker rate. So we should have a couple of sheep at that point being at 2 years of age. But in a couple years from now, we should have 100 sheep at that age, and I'll be bringing a lot of wool on over to tight knit, and we can start making more fabric and more clothing when needed. That'd be a good amount of income coming in there, as we just saw today from some of the clothing that we had. And that was from the harvest of cotton a while ago. And we got another harvest of cotton to do this year. It's been 2 years. That clothing is actually kind of got started almost, 2 years ago, when we planted that cotton. So next episode we'll be grabbing the windrower. I do have a windrower, right? Or do I not? Maybe I don't have one yet. I may actually have to lease one. I'm starting to think I don't have a windrower yet. Yeah, we leased it last time, so because I'm really not finding a windrower that fits my liking. So, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about, we get some grass when I go this direction. Some of the grass is not turned to hay, but it's not that much. So I think if I windrow it up and pick it on up, it's going to register all as hay anyways. I think if I go this way, it'll turn it into hay. Does it? Yes, it's kind of weird. It's like it's not all the grass. It's just some of it, which doesn't make sense. Kind of forgot about that, and I think we talked about that last time we cut grass here. The last time I had a situation like that, and that was in 17 on a map I was playing on, to where forage wagons or anything to pick up material off the ground, so like if you're doing bales or what have you, going a certain direction wouldn't pick it up. If you go the other direction, picked up just fine. I don't think that was ever fixed on that map. Doesn't matter. That was way back in 17. Yeah, so I want to spice up the cow barn area a little bit. And since we're doing rather alright on money, and I've been finding out landscaping seems like it costs a lot, but then again, near the end, when you find out, oh, I only spent like 20 grand, alright. That's not too bad. So yeah, I'll have to at least spice up the cow barn, take out the shrubs that are in where the cows are, and put down a couple, 1 or 2 trees to give them some shade. Maybe take out the weeds and paint in some grass only, with maybe just a couple spots of weed. Not just get rid of the weeds completely and just put little spots here and there, and maybe make little paths to where the cows would normally kind of go. So wherever cows walk a lot, grass is not going to grow on a busy street. Yeah, this tedder does a nice job. I think this tedder's a little bit wider than the one that we had in 19 for Pottinger. This is a Pottinger, right? Yep, it is. Okay, just want to make sure about that. Or I could have looked right at the back. Oh, let's get right into the hay. Couple more passes and I shall be done. And then before long, it'll be the month of May when we're baling this on up and making a good amount of hay bales. Probably about the same amount as we have over there. I've only taken like 2 or... No, actually I took quite a bit to feed the cows, I think. All I remember, it's a good amount of bales. This field is doing better than I thought for material. And I am thinking about maybe starting to make some more fields in preparation in the long run for our oil production So either sunflower or canola. That's a ways off. I haven't checked the prices since Elm Creek on the oil, but when I checked it when we did it early on, that was like the first production building I got into when 22 came out. There wasn't much money in the oil. Yeah, it looks good. If you look at the price, like, oh yeah, it looks really good. But if you look at the ratio of like the harvest from canola or sunflower, and if you did the math, it's almost like, okay, I'm not making, per 1,000 liters of a harvest, I'm not making more than like $20, $30 more for oil production. So hopefully they up the price on that. But that ratio I'm looking at is in the hard economy mode. So if you're on easy economy, the profit is probably a little bit better. But there's going to be a production building I'm going to be putting down in the I say near future, in the distant future, probably I should say, that will require some cooking oil. I don't know if it's any cooking. I don't know if it's any oil, or does it have to be one of these specific oils. Not too sure. So one more day. So in the month of May, I'll be waking up selling the bread, tomatoes, and eggs, and then of course always check the store, see what's for sale, and then lease a windrower because I don't have one. And we'll have to come over here and bale up our grass. But we will be buying the auto-loading baling trailer. I'm not going to buy it now. Might as well wait another day because who knows? Maybe luck will be with me and it'll come up for sale. Not that I'm going to save that much because brand new that's under 20,000. So, but I mean, if I can save 10,000, I can save 10,000. I'm trying to get it close to this size I can because I can always, you can double park in here, kind of like I did with the mower and the bale shredder. Alright, now I'm going to go over and get the auto-loading trailer, bring that back to the farm. But before I do, and before I forget, because I said I want to do it, and we're going to do it now, because I will forget, is it going to come in here? So yeah, we owe 100,000. Let's go ahead and repay 10,000 of that off. I'm actually surprised I kept my word so far. When I started the series, we borrowed 200,000, and I said I'm not going to borrow more than 200,000. Then I said, and then also I won't actually add. So I mean, if I paid off like 25,000 for a while, and I said I'm not going to borrow more money back up to 2,000. I said nope, we can't borrow any more money from the bank. We got to earn it. All right, so the grass is now technically hay, but we're going to leave it there for a day to let it dry on out. But that's all looking really, really good. Yeah, I haven't checked the store since this morning. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, nothing here. The 40-foot header, when we get a bigger combine, I'm not going 40-foot. We do have a modded 60-foot header I'll probably be getting. What am I kidding? Probably? I will be getting the 60-footer. Yeah, so I think we need to dress up the cow barn a little bit. So maybe next episode we'll do some of that. We'll spend a little bit of cash. Of course, like I said, get the hay bales made. And then maybe come over here, take care of some of the shrubbery and the cows over here. Make them a little bit more happier. I mean, maybe like the shrubs, I don't know, but we'll put down some trees so they got some shade. Actually, they got some shade right there from those trees, but yeah, we'll spice up just a little bit over here. Maybe start painting in some of the dirt around the barn to where, you know, some roads. And eventually I got to make a road around this, and this will cut around down to the Dairy Godmother. That'll go on down to there. Then I gotta loop this road back out to the main road over here. Actually, it's more like over there. But I'm taking the back way to the main farm. But I think that's what we're going to end for today. Not much excitement, I don't think, other than, well, it is exciting bringing in a couple $100,000 worth of cash. It's always nice. But hopefully next episode, maybe we'll spend a lot of it or just a little bit of it. Depends on how much milk we got and how soon do I want to get to start making some cheese. I'll have to double look on the price on cheese and see when that peaks to get that cheese in there. And then, yeah, we can make a lot of money from cheese. Anywho, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.